you get it right.
Yashkach, everyone, for coming out in such beautiful force. It's amazing what people will do to get out of Pesach cleaning and to stay away a little bit earlier on a Sunday morning from helping out at home. Yashkach to everyone for coming to help make the minyan so Kaddish could be said this morning, and for davening together with the minyan. It's a beautiful thing to see. So as a reward, I want to give you a gift of two things you don't have to say. Number one, Friday morning, we get to skip certain parts of davening. So what's the first thing? When we read in the Torah yesterday about the Korban Todah, the Thanksgiving offering, we are told that it is of loaves of, I'm going to call them bread, some of them challah and some of them matzah. That is, some of them have become chametz and some are specifically to not become chametz. 40 loaves, 20 of each that are offered, brought to the Mizbeach, and it is then given partially to the Kohen, partially burnt on the altar. Since there are part of this that are made of chametz, the day before Pesach, the Korban Todah was not offered. Why? Because as we know, we're not allowed to have chametz after noontime, because that was when the time of the bringing of the Korban Pesach. The Torah says, "Lo tishchat al chametz dam zivchi," not to have chametz when offering the Korban Pesach. And since there was such a short time to eat it, it was therefore not brought on that day. And we therefore do not say in the davening Mizmor L'Soda on Erev Pesach. So that's number one. I've saved you from saying something. Number two, saving you from saying something, you don't have to answer to Kedusha, and you don't have to say Amen. As a matter of fact, you're not supposed to answer to Kedusha, and you're not supposed to answer Amen at a specific time. When is that? Between your Shel Rosh and your Shel Yad. That is, the Torah says, V'hayalacha, that it should be, and the Gemara darshans it should be one Havaya. That is, the Shel Rosh and the Shel Yad are to be together as one without any interruption. And therefore, let's say a person comes late for davening. Now, it never happens to any of us, but a person comes late and they're putting on their talis and then their tefillin, and it's the congregation is saying Kaddish at that time. Or they really came late and the congregation is saying Kedusha at that time. Between your Shel Yad and the Shel Rosh, you're not supposed to interrupt and answer to Kedusha. You have to be quiet and listen. Except for, there's one bracha that you can answer Amen to, and that's the bracha of Tefillin itself. Because since it's a bracha that has to do with what you are doing, the Amen is not considered an interruption. So what we learn from this is, if you're not supposed to answer Amen or say Kedusha in between the Shel Yad and the Shel Rosh, Kal V'chomer ben beno shel Kal V'chomer. So what does call that means? So for sure, you can't say good morning to your neighbor. You're not supposed to interrupt between the Shel Rosh and the Shel Yad with any type of talking. If someone talks to you when you're in between the Shel Yad and the Shel Rosh, it says Lo Yikrotz Beinov. You're not even supposed to make a motion with your eyes to show that you have even heard what they said. It's a wonderful way. I'm saving you another thing not to say. Not to say Mizmor L'Soda, and you don't have to say Kedusha at that time. And certainly not to talk between the Shel Rosh and the Shel Yad. Everybody has another opportunity tomorrow morning to put this into action at 7 o'clock. Also, this evening at 7 o'clock, there is an overflow of yahrzeits. That's not the right way to say it, I'm sure. But there is a yahrzeit today for 2 yahrzeits today. Ron has yahrzeit for his father, and Steve has yahrzeit for his grandfather. And tonight, Steve has yahrzeit for his father. Mincha and Marv will follow one another at 7 o'clock this evening.
It shouldn't make a difference, but it's my mother.
It's your mother.
It's my
Okay.
mother.
Rabbi Hanania ben Akashov and Rav Kodesh Baruch Hu Zaka says Israel lefi kachir v'lotem Torah mitzvah shneimar Anoich be'etzem am tzidko yadil Torah yadir.